Hello, I'm John Costa. Welcome to the Documentary Media Centre, and this is the first news bulletin for the Parallel Lives Network. What I'm going to do over the next 10 minutes is just take you through some updates on what we've been doing, and then you'll be able to find out more information with the relevant blog post on the website. So 12 months ago we did a 24-hour newsroom which was very successful for World Photography Day. So what we decided to do this year was work with one of our larger members, WASIT, World Awareness of Children in Trauma, and Professor Panos Vastanis, and actually do a 9-hour newsroom across 4 of his organisations, finding out a little bit about what they do and how they could potentially use photography as a way of getting young people to express who they are, the situation they live in, and some of the things that they want to do going forward. So we kicked off with a session in Kenya with FANIT, and we spoke to the CEO and some of the staff that had been on the receiving end of the training that WASIT has done for them. And Panos has visited all of these organisations and shared his professional knowledge with them, and it was great to catch up with each of the organisations to find out what they were doing. So FANIT on the ground in Kenya, really interesting work that they're doing there. And then we went to South Africa where we spoke to Kids Haven, and they've got a new youth teen project which we're hoping to develop some sort of youth engagement when it comes to the use of media and smartphone technology. So I'm looking forward to supporting the development of that over the coming months as part of the network. And then we spoke to Brazil, ASEC, and we spoke to the CEO about the work they do right across Brazil with some young people in some very challenging scenarios, and the use of their smartphones that they'd got from UNICEF for another project. Some amazing content they created, and what ASEC's very good at doing actually is engaging those young people through things like Facebook and also Instagram. So to see, as you will see on the website if you go and have a look, some of the cards that they produced for them, for the placement cards, and also the welcome video to inviting them to get involved was really quite a good piece of work. Then we spoke to the Youth Advisory Board, the person that runs that for WASIT, about what we could do as part of the network to help them develop going forward. So we spoke to the workers that are involved in Rwanda and Kenya and South Africa and Pakistan, but also Turkey as well, about what their experiences are. And they've got a brand new WASIT Youth Advisors Instagram account. So look forward to, with Tina, developing a project with them as we go forward. And then finally we finished off in Pakistan for a 2.5-hour showcase. They've managed to find 11 local partners that they work with, all who created short films or presentations. And what came out of that really was a real desire to be able to create a media network that supports each of them where they are, to create content that they can then share with the mainstream media about them, you know what I mean? So it's them owning and shaping their own narrative. So I'm looking forward to developing that. It's great, and we've also supported the development of some certificates as well for those people, starting to build that network within networks, if you like. So it's a really exciting project. And then we did some training. We've kicked off our training with the Iraq project. You can see me here involved in one of the 5 sessions that we did around becoming a radio reporter and a radio presenter. On the blog post you'll see that Dr. Ahmed Bahir here, is our special representative in Iraq, is signing the Memorandum of Understanding on our behalf with the Governor of the Diwaniyah government. And what we're doing there is we're working with Diwaniyah Radio on their development of and opening a new media training centre. So we're the first international organisation to support that. A really interesting range of topics that you'll see from the blog post of people, particularly women. It's particularly focused on getting women into the media around things like social media, right through to the genocide of the Yazidis, through to graduate jobs and the challenges there, similar to ourselves really. So that's an interesting piece of work, and look forward to seeing how the Iraq project develops. Also just getting ready now, producing all of our materials to support the women from the Bangladesh NGOs network for radio and communication. They've got a 4-month project coming up where they'll be doing fellowships. They get paid, 2 women for each radio station, to develop content, learning about how to use radio. So again, similar like Iraq, we're going to be sharing some top tips on how to become a radio presenter and a radio reporter, and look forward to supporting that as that goes forward. I think this is the 4th time that they've run that project, so that's great. Quick update on the Uganda 50 project. That's focused here in the UK. And that's what we run here at the Doc Media Centre in partnership with Rupal Rajani, a BBC Radio Leicester presenter. Now, Rupal was 2 when she came from Uganda in 1972 after the expulsion of the Ugandan Asians by Idi Amin. Now, the 50th anniversary is in October 2022, and we're 18 months into a project where we're looking to photograph 50 people with items that they've brought from Uganda. Also, she's creating 50 podcasts, leading on the audio side, and we've actually started recording a documentary as well, and this is Rupal here at the Doc Media Centre in our cafe area with local documentary filmmaker Jurian Visser, who's helping us to pull that documentary together. So one of the things that we're doing as well is we're finding people, particularly from Rupal's family and friendship networks and other people that are coming involved, is a real focus on women and girls, mothers and daughters, if you like, the memories of what they bring, not focusing on businesses, successful businesses maybe, which the 30th and the 40th anniversary have done. But also we're starting to build those connections back to Uganda, which we cover as the Parallel Lives network here up in the archive. So though, as we get to that anniversary, we're also talking about the experience of Uganda now, people that are there, people that have memories there that are at schools that still exist, businesses that still exist, etc. So that's good. Looking forward to the development of that over the next 18 months as well. In Nigeria, we've now opened our regional office with Cletus Clement, our partner there. We've got an MOU with Cletus to set up the Doc Hub for West Africa, so the website's now live. We've got his latest documentary that he's developing around climate change and fishermen called We Can Save Us, and we're in the process of pulling together a crowdfunder for that. And we've also got a documentary about Mali that's in post-production with one of our colleagues in the States. So we're hoping to be able to support documentarians, whether it's pre-production, production or post-production of their documentary films and photography as well, across the 17 countries of West Africa. And finally, was involved in a recent book launch. This one was about Yemen, so it's part of our Parallel Lives network for the Middle East and North Africa. If you've got a book launch coming up, or anything that you've been involved in, or a report that you're part of that you'd like us to pull together some sort of online support or Zoom event to capture for you, please get in touch, because it's something that we can also do as part of your membership, as a member or as a network associate of the Parallel Lives network. And finally, just follow us on social media. We're looking to develop the Twitter feed and also the Instagram feed. And if you look on the website, obviously there's an update on all of those things. It's an ongoing thing, changing the posts as we go, adding more content. But also anything that you've got coming up that you'd like to support us with, particularly as a network associate. If you like the idea of Iraq or Bangladesh or the Uganda project and you want to get involved as a filmmaker or as a web developer or a photographer, how you can support us, that's great. That's part of your network associate opportunities to get involved in those kind of projects. And the next update that we do, the next network bulletin, will have an update on some events that we're focusing coming up. Obviously COP26 in Glasgow is focusing everybody's mind around climate change, and also on the 27th of October we've got World Day for Audiovisual Heritage, and one eye probably on February 2022 for World Radio Day as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick bulletin update, and look forward to speaking to you soon.